God. Hide. Come on. There has to be somewhere here I can... who the fuck are you? What are you doing here? This is your house? I had no idea anybody lived way out here. Why do you live so far from civilization? You look relatively normal. Actually, no, don't answer. There's no time. Hide me. Yes, hide me. They're right on my tail. Not literally. Well, one of them was literally on my tail about half an hour ago, but I managed to pull them off. No, I don't have a tail, not right now, I mean. But look, there's no time. I will tell you what's going on, but you heard those gunshots, didn't you? You must have done. Those muskets are loud. They're close. I can't. There's no time right now. Please. I'll tell you everything, just hide me. And if they come by, tell them you didn't see me. Please. Oh, the door. I didn't realize it had come right off its hinges. Fine. Hold on. I should be able to just lift it back onto them. There. Good as new. What? No, it wasn't that heavy. I just work out. Look, now, please. Please. Somewhere to hide. Under the bed. Is that... Okay. Fine. But I'm not sure I'll fit. No. I'm too bulky. Not gonna work. Is there anywhere else? A basement? I thought the floor sounded a little hollow. That would be perfect. How do I get in? Oh, it's under the bed. Okay, fine. I see. Good place for a trapdoor. Well. Will you be able to push that bed back into place when I shut the door? Yes. Okay. Fuck, that's them. Okay. I'm gone. Remember, you never saw me. Evening. Sorry to bother you. I hope you're keeping well. Okay, well, we're tracking a undesirable through this area. Something you definitely don't want about the place. Have you seen or heard anything unusual? Well, if you must know, we don't generally tell people so as not to alarm them, but it's a werewolf. My colleagues and I are hunters with a license from the Crown to rid the country of those scum. So have you seen anything? You're quite sure? We did see it heading right this way. You were sleeping? I see. Well, you wouldn't mind if I come in and have a quick look around, would you? If you were sleeping, it could have entered quietly without your knowing. They're tricky creatures. Good. Won't be long. These muddy footprints on your floor lead into the bed. They're yours? So you were so exhausted from hunting that you came in and went right to bed without taking your boots off. I see. The prints look rather larger than your feet. When was the last time you looked under your bed? Well then, perhaps you won't mind if I... There it is! Well, it must not be here after all. Thank you for your time. Stay inside and keep your doors and windows locked. God, that timing was lucky. But what was that howl? There were no other wolves in the area that I know of. What's that look for? You look outraged. Oh, yeah, well, of course I was gonna tell you that I'm a werewolf, as soon as there was time. Look, you'll have to forgive me. Typically the reception, when I tell someone what I am, is not positive. Can you blame me for trying to keep it to myself? No. However, I am sorry that you found out from that hunter. I was going to tell you, truly. Once you'd shown that I could trust you, you know. Once that hunter had come and gone and you kept my secret. I'm very grateful that you did that. Just lucky that whatever it is that howled chose that moment too. That hunter was about to find me, I'm sure of it. Oh, you did that? But how on earth? You were right in the room. Surely it's not possible to throw your voice like that when someone's right next to you. How did you? Yo, keep it down. Come on. They could still be nearby. Impressive magic and everything, but please. Oh, I see. It's an illusion. Only I could hear that, then. Very impressive. Okay, then. I haven't really spent any time among spellcasters. It's all a mystery to me, that. But wait, if only I could hear that one, then how come both me and the hunter could hear it the first time you did it? Why'd you target us both? Oh, I see how it is. You thought I'd, just burst out of the trapdoor? You really think I'd do something that stupid if I was backed into a corner? Well, damn, you might be right. I was this close to jumping out and ripping his head off, although I know there were at least 3 more outside with muskets trained on your front door. They would have been in here in no time, and that would have been it. For us both. So, you saved me, I'd say. You saved my life. If I hadn't stumbled into your little house here, and if you hadn't been willing to trust me and hide me, I'd be toast. I don't know how I'll ever be able to show you how grateful I am, but know that you have an ally for life in me, if you want such a thing. Oh, not many people would take friendship with a werewolf as payment for the risk you've just taken. In fact, most people would be happy to never see me again. I'm glad that isn't you. Yes, I am exhausted. What gave it away? Was it the huge dark circles under my eyes? My legs, so tired from overuse that they can barely hold me up right now? God, they've never shaken so hard. In fact, No, I'll be... Actually, yes, water, please. Sorry. Terrible habit. Thank you. It was only when my tongue touched that water that I realized just how thirsty I was. I'm sorry for spilling it everywhere. I was a little over-eager. You know, I wouldn't accept water from just anybody. In fact, I'd accept water from almost nobody. It could be poisoned. You never know. So I hope that you take it as a sign that the trust you showed me when you kept me hidden goes both ways. I'm not sure why, but I feel I can trust you, instinctually, and I usually trust my instincts. Of course, I'd love to show you how grateful I am, though I'm not sure how I could. I don't have anything to offer you but the clothes on my back, and those are tattered and torn from... Well, I'm sure you can figure that out. So, how can I show you my gratitude? What are you pointing down for? Do you want me to go back to the basement? What are the bucket and mop for? Oh. No. The muddy footprints. Those are mine, huh? Well, I don't know, and hey, some of them are the hunters. Yeah, I did lead him here. You got me there. Ugh. Fine, I'll mop up for you, as a show of gratitude. I have some pride, you know. I'm a werewolf, for God's sake. An apex predator. And you have me here, mopping your floor for you. It's almost funny. In fact, it is funny. I don't get a chance to laugh very often. Wait, am I grateful to you for asking me to mop your floor? Is that what's happening here? What have you done to me? I think I might be. This sort of domestic chore, so far removed from my usual life. Not the sort of thing I'm used to. There we go. Anyway, I think that's all done. Oh, I missed a bit. Well, alright. Of course. Okay. Are you happy? I mean, it feels like what you did for me is worth a lot more than a little cleaning, so... Yes. If you wanted me to, I would be happy to do a little more. Tomorrow, perhaps. I actually enjoyed that, if you can believe it. Quite a change of pace for me. I'm not normally the subservient one, if you catch my drift. Yes. Serving doesn't come naturally to werewolves, but in this case, I'm willing. Listen, I hate to ask. You've already shown me a lot of kindness, but I have one more favor to ask. I can't believe you're even willing to hear it out, but thank you. Well, do you know what tonight is? Do you follow the phases of the moon? Yes, you guessed it right. Tonight is the full moon, which means that... Well, you know what it means, I'm sure. I don't need to spell it out for you. Fine then, if you want to hear it in my words. I will transform when the sun has set and the full moon is high in the sky. A few hours from now. It doesn't matter if the moonlight doesn't hit me, it doesn't work that way. And in my wolf form, Have you ever met a werewolf? Do you have any idea what it's like? once before. You have? Well, that makes a change. Perhaps stumbling across your home was somehow even luckier than I thought. Well then, you'll know that once transformed, I lose almost all trace of my current self. Sometimes, some particularly strong memories and feelings remain, but most of the time nothing. Something has to have made an incredibly strong impression on me for my other half to know anything about it. Oh, I don't think I could remember the last time I've been able to recall anything in my lupine form. There might have been someone, long, long ago, who stuck out enough in my mind that I knew not to harm them. But it didn't last. And of course, I almost completely lose control of my behaviour. I'd stand absolutely no chance of staying hidden from the hunters as a wolf. Like this, I can be quiet, stealthy, if you can believe it, after I broke down your door like that. I'm quite good, actually, at evading capture in this form, most of the time anyway. But as a wolf, I'm loud, violent, and I have no control over it. I'm more likely to try to hunt the hunters than evade them, and I know from experience that never works out well. All this is to say that your basement, it seems strong, secure. I think that if you were to chain me up there tonight, let me transform down there, somewhere out of the way, safe. I don't think there's any way I could escape if the chains were strong enough. I saw some old hunting traps being stored down there. The chains from those would probably do the trick. If you secure me with those, I should be able to last the night down there without doing any harm to me or anybody else, and without being discovered by the hunters. If you do that for me, I'd be forever in your debt. Honestly, if you think I'm grateful now, after you hid me for a minute, how would I ever repay you for keeping me for the night? Well, if you are willing, we'll get to that when we get to it. So, are you willing? Will you let me stay? Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to get to know you. This isn't normal for me. I'm normally solitary. We have to be. I've had too many close calls with the people I was close to once. Well, we may not see each other again when I depart in the morning, but for now, tell me about yourself. Who are you? Why are you living out here? You mean to say that you've been cast out from society as well, like me? Why? Did you commit some crime? Are you? You're not a wolf too, are you? I'm not sure that two werewolves sharing a cramped basement together overnight is the best idea. No, I didn't really think so. I would have been able to smell it. I can always smell another, from miles away. There are none around here. So then, what is it? What caused you to be cast out? Oh, a changeling. That would explain things. I know that your kind are not viewed favourably, shall we say, in broader society. Then we have something in common. I didn't smell anything about you in particular that made me suspicious. Rather, it was the absence of any smell at all, save for your clothes. No sweat, no musk, nothing to identify you personally. No, I don't mind. On the contrary, I think it's probably a useful trait to have. If I were hunting you, you'd stand a much better chance than the average of getting away. Being able to sniff out my prey is vital. I wouldn't be able to do that with you. Not if you took your clothes off, anyway. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. I have to say, it's nice to meet another outcast. I'm sure you know, sure you don't need me telling you, but it gets lonely out there, constantly on the run. No. Well, it seems like you have managed to settle down, at least to a degree. I suppose if you're able to take on the guise of a human, you can live without being given too much of a hard time. Are people ever suspicious of you, living way out here on your own? You're right. I was. I regret it now. I shouldn't have been so quick to judge you. I'm sorry. You know, after today, I think I need to rest. So, shall we? It might be strange. I don't want to seem over-eager, but shall we get those chains on me? Then I'll be able to sleep without worrying that I'll turn without having been restrained. Yeah, I think it's for the best. Will you come down with me? Help me get them on. Thank you. Okay. These wooden pillars holding up the floor above. Do you know how stable they are? Then let's find out. Well, they seem sturdy to me. Of course, I'm stronger once transformed, but I think this should be okay. If we take a couple of these, wrap them around the pillars, and then around me. Could you fasten them at the back? It looked like there was a hook at the end of one of them that you could use. Yeah, here. I think that should do it. I won't be able to reach around my back like that when I'm transformed. The muscles get in the way. So, as long as these chains and pillars hold it, I shouldn't be able to get out of here. Listen, if you hear anything in the night, and I'm sure that you shall, don't come down. I'd like to think that I'd recognize you and not harm you, but I can't make any guarantees, especially not with your lack of a smell. I wish I could, but I can't, so it's not worth the risk. Yeah. Stay upstairs till the moon has set and the sun has started rising. By that time, I should be back in this form. I'll probably be pretty beat up, so I may to ask for even more of your help in the morning, I'm afraid. I hope you are still willing by then, and I hope I won't have destroyed too much of your basement. Of course, I'll do what I can to fix it up if it comes to it. Thank you again. I'm so grateful for your kindness. I'll see you in the morning. smell. And as a wolf, I could sense it. I've never smelled that before. What is this? What have you done? I can think, and I can... I'm not tearing you apart. Why aren't you running? You should be running away, terrified for your life. Run. Why not? I don't think I'll be able to hold myself back from this. You wanted this, didn't you? As soon as you didn't run. 2 cast-outs. Hiding away together in the middle of nowhere. It was bound to happen. Especially when you smell like you do. Get these off.